All right, hello everyone. This is Sir Adrian back here after a little delay to film the German Empire's turn in our current game of Global Empires 1915, titled Operation Blackhand, where we are currently in the summer of 1918. So Bulgaria's not gonna align. You don't have to worry about that, but Nade does align. I believe it's to the British. We will double check that just to be sure. Da, 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 da. Yes, to Britain. So that early infantry is going to become a British early infantry. That's worth an IPP. So Britain's going to go up to 37. Quick housekeeping. The Ottomans do in fact have a transport, so I added that back there for them. Uh, and then I'm not sure if, since I mentioned it, the British income was updated, but these submarines will stay here, the Ottoman and Russian coastal subs, but they actually weren't able to raid this convoy line. Because myself as the French and the British are at war, this convoy line, and in fact any convoy lines that we share, so like this one here as well, are shut to any nation using them, or being able to raid them rather. So that couldn't have been raided. So I would double check that as the British. Uh, Again, I'm just thinking about that now, so I'm not sure if that was changed back, but they might have a little bit more money than 33. I do believe. So yeah, I would double check that just to make sure. Anyway, we'll go ahead and do the tech rolls. So we have 6 once again. So we're going to try to go for industrialization, where we need a 5, an 8, that's a success. We're going to try to go for doctrine in the air domain. That's a miss. Try to go for fighters. That's a hit. So we get expeditionary airfields. Try to go for artillery. That's a hit. We move to hurricane bombardment. Try to go for armor. That's a hit. So we're going to get a free armored car. And finally, we'll try to bring infantry up to stage 4. And that's a hit. So the Germans are the first to get second generation infantry. Excuse me. So going forward, I don't use the manpower icons. I have to place my infantry at any factories that I have, but they are just regular, or rather second generation infantry now. So instead of attacking at a 1, they attack at a 2, and they defend at a 4. Movement's still the same, and cost is still the same as well. And I think actually, yeah, colonial infantry as well get a bit of a boost, so they'll defend at a 4, attack at a 2, and then some of these other units you can purchase, like special operations units and airborne infantry and what have you. Marines, and my mountain infantry as well are upgraded. So now they defend at a 4, 5 in mountains, attack at a 2. And could get regular engineers as well. So that's good. In terms of purchases, 44 to spend. I'll be spending all of that. I'm spending 6 to move a German battleship from stage 3 to stage 2. We'll be spending 1 on diplomacy. I don't have it on here, but for Argentina, I'll buy a colonial infantry for 2. I'll buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry for 15. And then for 20, we'll buy 2 minor factories. I'm going to upgrade a minor factory to a medium factory and then buying a minor shipyard. So that'll be everything spent. In terms of attacks, we will have a couple. Whoops. So, we'll do the biggest one first. So we're going to have units from Austria attacking into West Hungary. So I already moved some of them, and all these units are coming from Austria, so there will be river penalty on the first round of combat, but otherwise the territory is flat. So we have the German Zeppelin that'll be coming in, doing some observation. We got our 3 fighters, same thing, doing observation. We have 5 regular artillery, the German naval infantry, and out of this stack of 8 heavy artillery, we will bring 3 of those. So we're going to have 4 that'll stay in here. So we'll go ahead and split that down there. So 4 are going to stay in here. And then we'll be bringing those 3 in there. So we'll go ahead and copy. I should move these over a bit. Don't want to copy those. There we go. Copy all that. Paste it down here. These units as well, same thing. That's just from copying stuff, so that should be there. Got eliminated. Alright, so I guess, whoops, I guess the regular artillery didn't copy over. Just do that. There we go. Yeah, so we have artillery. They're not affected by the river, so they will be at their normal value of 3. But some of those might be boosted. Have the Zeppelin, the 4 there. The fighters will be at 3. We have the naval infantry now attacks at a 2, I believe, or always did actually. Sorry, attacks at a 1. The Marines are what you can get. So they're not really early naval infantry, they're just naval infantry, but I guess, yeah, you can get the Marines. So these will attack at a 1. Yeah, so they don't suffer the river penalty, but not going to go higher, and then the heavy artillery will have the 3 at, I believe it's 7, well, 6, sorry. Yeah, we'll definitely have to make, if we play this again in the future, an updated battle board, or if someone gets one, scan it so we can add it in here for sure. But anyway, all right, then defending. Have the defending artillery, which will be at a 3, and the defending early infantry, which are normally at a 3, but will be at a 4 because they have a trench line. So first off, we'll go ahead and do the first strike hits. So I'll use the 3 fighters to boost the 3 heavy artillery to 7. And then the Zeppelin, I'll use that to boost one of the artillery to 4. And then we just have the 1 infantry unit, so that'll be boosted to a 2 by one of the artillery units. So we'll do the first strike. So 3 at 7. Whoops, what happened there? Okay, so 1 hit so far. Then we'll have the 1 at 4. Miss. And then 4 at 3. That's another hit, so that'll be 2 hits. So they'd probably lose both the artillery, but they're going to get to respond on a 3. Okay, so they both miss, so those 2 artillery are gone. And then, just double check here, okay. And then we have the attacking naval infantry at a 2. Which is a miss. So then they're going to get to respond. 5, 6. With 6 at 4. So they get 2 hits. I lose the early naval infantry and one of the artillery units. And I'm just going to double check combined arms. As I'm not sure, I think I might be able to press the attack, but so early combined arm, following requirements continue attacking a trench line for 3 rounds, as long as they continue to maintain combined arms units requirements each tagging round. Following technologies are required: hurricane bombardment. Okay, and early armor. Early armor, hurricane bombardment. No, so we can't because we don't have early armor, even though we have hurricane bombardment. Okay, good to know. So that battle is over. So those guys are gonna retreat back into not Western Ukraine, Hungary. And then we're gonna have our units retreat. So we'll fly the Zeppelin back to Austria. The 3 heavy artillery will bring into Bohemia. And then the 4 artillery and 3 fighters, I think, will fly back into Austria. I should just delete these. So yeah, the 3 fighters, fly those back into Austria. And the 4 artillery. Actually, we'll move those into. No, we'll move them into Austria. Or we'll split it. We'll split them up. Actually, we'll do 2 into Austria, and we'll have 2 of them retreat into Vienna. So there's that battle over, and that's deleted. All right, so that's done. So the only other battle that we will have be a pretty quick one. I'll actually just bring some dice up here in case we need any. So these 2 transports, they're going to pick up. So they're both going to move 1. So out of port 1. Or 1, sorry, coming this way. And with them, they're going to bring 2 infantry from Eastern Germany on one of them, and then 2 infantry from Western Germany out of the stack of 6. So we'll have 4 left there. So yeah, we'll have both of them head up here. We're going to do a walk-on attack into Norrland. Sure, I'm mispronouncing that. Tintin, you could let me know. Yeah, so into Norrland. And here we'll drop off 1, 2, 3. And then the other one will drop off in Lapland, up in Finland there. And claim that as well. So there we have it. So that'll be it for combat moves. Non-combat, we're going to have these 4 pre-dreads. Going to move over to Western Germany. And they're going to go in port. We actually just do this. There we go. We're going to have the German transport from Bavaria. Transport plane is going to fly to Berlin. We will have 2 early mountain, or actually regular mountain infantry. Yeah, so all these early and mountain infantry and infantry around the board will get upgraded. So I'll go ahead off camera and fix that. So these 2 mountain infantry will walk them from Austria to Vienna. We will we'll move 2 infantry from Bohemia into Saxony, bring it up to 5 total. And then we will rail an infantry from Vienna, 2 infantry from Vienna and 1 from Bohemia into East Prussia. Then the fleet here, whatever can move 3 spaces, we're going to have them move down here, just off the Falkland Islands. And then whatever could only move 2 spaces will just be here off the coast. So essentially, I believe that's everything, or almost everything. So the dreadnoughts can, or pre-dreadnoughts can move, or dreadnoughts rather, 2. Sorry, I believe yeah, they can only move 2, yeah. So them and the torpedo boat destroyers, I believe, have a movement of 2 only. Whereas the destroyers and the early cruisers, those are fine. They can move 3. Yep, so they'll be down here. The second fleet, whoops, that'll stay over here. And then we'll have the early cruiser, which can reach 3, go off French Polynesia, and then the torpedo boat destroyer will just be off Fiji. Have a little vacation. So that's it for non-combat. So just placing units. So the minor factory that's getting upgraded to a medium factory will be in Eastern Germany. So that'll use a manpower icon as well to do that. Out of the 2 that we have there. So that'll actually change things, I think, instead. I'll actually, instead of moving some units to Prussia, I'll have railed Actually, I'll rail them to Eastern Germany instead of Prussia. I think that's fine. The 3 units that were railed to East Prussia instead. Yeah, and then all this stuff here. So the minor shipyard doesn't consume, or we'll build it in Chile. Looked in the rules that doesn't consume a factory slot, as long as you have a supply path to a factory, which we do. But I will be building a minor factory, another one in Chile. Or sorry, that does consume the factory slot. And then yeah, we'll use the manpower icon that we have to build a minor factory in Chile. Another one. So there we go. This minor factory, we will build it. Trying to remember now where I bought this for. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is a slight change, but we'll build it in Norland. So that'll use one manpower there. Then the German colonial infantry. We'll place that over in German South Africa. Yep. And then the infantry. So the infantry will build at the factories. So we'll build, just gotta double check actually. I think medium factory. Factory. Okay, so production is limited to prior capacity. Okay. So I'll just build the one infantry then here. I can't build any more than that. Because that was just upgraded. So it still has the capacity of a minor factory. But this major factory can definitely build, I think it's 10 units, I do believe, major factories. But anyways, we'll build 3 infantry there. You know, and then we'll build one in Bohemia. Yeah, that should be good. So we'll go ahead and collect IPP. So we didn't gain, oh, we did gain a territory, sorry. So Russia goes down by 1, go up to 42. So we'll get 42 plus 1 for Argentina. So 43. And we actually have to do the Argentina roll. Almost forgot. So we'll do that right at the end here. We got We have 43. And we'll go ahead and roll for Argentina just to see what we get for that. So we need a 3 or less. And a 3. Perfect. So Argentina moves to stage 3 of the German Empire. So, yeah, collected our income. Yep, so that'll be it for the German Empire's turn. We will go ahead and hand things off to Tintin and the British when they get to the turn. So, good luck.